Hey guys, Virginia here. I would like to welcome you to the COLAB, the Central Ontario Laboratory. We are here to educate, inspire, and activate. Welcome to the COLAB.
Hey there, I'm Virginia. This is the hair that lives on top, and today we have a very special guest coming to you from our very special space, the Changemaker space.
And I'm Jamie Doran. I'm the Executive Director of Research, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship here at Georgian College. Virginia is right. We have an amazing special guest, and this is part 2 of our series on virtual reality and a little bit like in the Metaverse as well. So I'm going to introduce him right now. His name is Evan Sitler-Bates, and he is joining us from the world. It looks like you're on the ocean, Evan.
Like
Where are you? Who are you?
Amazing.
Who are you, and what are you up to?
Yeah, no, it's great to be here. I'm on the Pacific Ocean. This is a research environment that we created for Brock University, researching what the future of ocean life may look like. And this is the utopian future. I don't like to go into the dystopian one, so that's where I am. And yeah, I'm the co-founder and co-CEO of XpertVR, and we create virtual reality experiences for academic institutions, both for research and for training and e-learning. And I've been working with institutions all across North America, and yeah, really excited to be here.
So tell us a bit, so when you say VR applications for education and research and such, so maybe give us a couple of examples. What does that actually mean?
A lot in the e-learning space has been over the past year with the pandemic happening, and students are at home and they're all on their computers and they don't have the chance to get any hands-on learning that they would normally get being in the classroom. And so we've been able to take a lot of experiences, especially around emergency services and soft skills, and build them into virtual reality. So a lot with the emergency services have been with firefighting and police. So on the police side, we've created a crime scene investigation course for a couple different colleges, and now we're building out our own off-the-shelf solution. And students go in there, they have to use their forensic skills to find all of the evidence and figure out what was the crime that happened, whether it was an assault, a murder, a break and enter. There's all kinds of different scenarios that they're put into. And then they write a report in the real world using the data that they collected and forensic evidence they collected through the simulation.
So you're really turning learning into a video game at this point, where it's an exciting thing to find all the clues and to get all the evidence.
Exactly. And yeah, taking all of what they've learned in class from their professors and applying that learning in that video game space.
That's wild. And this is really new, right? As a business, even 5 years ago, there wasn't too many people building these kinds of experiences for education and learning. So, here we are after COVID or during COVID, you've started up this company. How has that been? And is it easy to get clients?
Yeah, so XpertVR, we actually started in 2016, but we've been doing a little bit of everything over those 5 years. So it was over the pandemic where we really saw that need for, or right at the start, that need for research and through e-learning through VR. And it was a little hard at the start to transition because we were doing marketing and all kinds of different things in virtual reality. But once we landed our first couple clients and they saw the value of virtual reality and how it was impacting their students, very quickly we got referrals to other colleges. And now, like I said, we've expanded across North America and are working with all kinds of different academic institutions.
Now, are all the different places getting the same type of VR, or are they choosing different types of VR environments?
Yeah, great question. We build our stuff custom for the most part, or up until now at least. So every institution, we're sitting down with their content experts, their experiential learning or co-op department, and we're figuring out what are the environments that their students need, what are the situations and scenarios they need to go through. So everything's custom to what they need. That said, we're building out our first off-the-shelf product now for policing, where it will be much more cost-effective for smaller colleges so that they can get their students into these scenarios and be the same environment.
Awesome. And is it all immersive VR, or do you do some 2D stuff as well?
Yeah, we definitely do a mix of both. That was a big thing that we found over the pandemic. Schools just didn't have the resources to get headsets to every student in their class. We have some classes with 400 plus students going through these simulations. So everything we've built up until this point, we built for VR as well as for mouse and keyboard. So you can go through the crime scene with your mouse and keyboard and adventure through it in that same way, but not needing the expensive equipment.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. What's been on my mind a little bit with this is accessibility. You know, I worry that if we create all these things that are amazing and cool, maybe it's only for a small group of people. And how do we make it so it's accessible to everybody and they can enjoy it and experience and learn?
Exactly.
For sure. Yeah, it's a huge thing that I know there's a lot of organizations, not-for-profit organizations that we're helping out with that are trying to overcome that issue. And lots of schools are trying to do research and look, how can we not just have like the computer and the virtual reality headset option, but inside virtual reality so everyone can have that experience. What are the different pieces of accessibility and functionality that you can have in there so that everyone can experience it? And there's a lot of interesting functionality and options coming out of that research.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So, Virginia, do you remember this morning when we had our team meeting? We had our team meeting in the iLearn virtual campus.
Yes.
So we've been meeting in there for a year, and our team's getting pretty good at being in there. And today's meeting, I started it purposely by saying, hey, everybody, welcome to the Metaverse. Because you know, we're all in there. That iLearn campus is on all the time. You can go in there 24 hours a day, right? And by iLearn, it's a Verbella platform. It's 2D. It's on the computer, and you know, we can put up a few shots in this video here.
Yeah, maybe put a little few shots up.
Picture of our team in our space. So, you know, when it comes to using these virtual reality spaces or metaverse spaces in a work environment, where do you see that going?
Yeah, in the work environment, I think it's going to be an amazing space especially once everyone has VR headsets, to have not just meetings inside your company, but meetings with new clients or partners outside of the company, because you first of all, at a distance, you can come together, but then beyond that, there's just so much more that you can show and be able to understand together. If you're designing a new product or a new building or something, being able to like see that in 3D and interact with it and make changes is huge. And like we were talking about just before we jumped on here, our team every Monday gets together in Rec Room, and we have our boardroom, but we also have like a poker table, a stage where we can do charades, a hot tub that we have in there, ping pong table, a little bit of everything. So we have our meetings.
A lot of team building.
A
lot of team building.
Exactly. And yeah, from that room, then we can go into the rest of the metaverse and play paintball and all kinds of other games. So it's amazing.
So what do you think the expanse of the metaverse is going to turn into? Because we have, you know, our basic small metaverses, like mini metaverses per company, per space. When do you think that's really going to become an overarching metaverse, like a full universe?
Yeah, I think whenever I talk to people about it, I think we're a lot closer than most people think. I think we're 5 to 10 years out. Basically, when I look at it, everything that's needed is there. All the building blocks are there for what people picture the metaverse to be. They just need to be brought together, and for the most part, need to be open source as well. There's, I think that, yeah,
I think the open source value is going to be huge when it comes to really like building the metaverse.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that?
Well, because open source doesn't involve you you may have to sign up with your email, but it doesn't involve you having to like pay for something. The universe would be there and you could visit it, and I'm sure there would be things inside of said universe that you could pay for once it gets to that point. But the open source is open to everyone. It's not just, you know, for specific people. It's not for a specific school. It's not for a specific place.
Yeah.
It gives the opportunity for lots of people to use it.
Yeah, and like in the creativity around it too.
Absolutely.
Just get everybody working together on it.
It would be a huge creative space.
Oh, for sure. The creativity is like the main part, I think, of it being open source. We look at the internet today and having HTML and having everything that's available open source through the internet today. It allows anybody to go on there and create whatever they think is possible within the realms of the internet, and going to that next metaverse or the next stage of the internet, having that open source so anybody can continue to create, is just going to be more beneficial for everyone.
So you said something there that I want to jump on. You said the next stage of the internet, and I've heard it like terms thrown around that, because we had the internet, then we had internet 2.0, and you know, is this 3.0 or 4.0, and what do they mean by that, the next stage of the internet?
Yeah, I definitely think it's 3.0. whatever you want to call it, the Metaverse, the Oasis 3.0, I think it's all kind of the same thing. One, I think it's 3D is a big area that I'm working in and we're talking about today. So that's a huge portion of it, and having that 3D interaction. But there's still going to be 2D, and there's still going to be parts of the internet that I think you can access without having a VR headset or AR headset.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
Like, I don't think that side of the internet's going to die, because there are still websites that work just on HTML. Like, they haven't even HTML5'd it up. So I think that we'll have quite some time before the flat internet becomes 3D internet all over.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Oh, I just called it the flat internet.
Oh boy, no, you just coined a new term.
Coined a new term, the flat internet.
You just made it so uncool as well at the same time. Oh, you're still on the flat internet? Oh.
Oh.
How unfortunate.
Wow, yikes.
Yeah, there was the flat Earth. Now there's the flat internet.
Now there's the flat internet.
Get with it.
But yeah, even with the flat internet, I think adding in the other pieces that are really making up Web 3.0 of having NFTs, blockchain, cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence. I don't know if that's really Web 3.0, but it's definitely going to be a piece of it. It's already around today, but having those technologies integrated so that you have that open source creativity, but then once you create something, you know who created that and who has ownership over what they created. I think that's going to be a huge part of it as well.
Yeah, let's just maybe talk about crypto a little bit here, because when I first started exploring VR and the Metaverse, I just sort of thought, well, crypto has nothing to do with it. But the more I delved into it, I realized, oh boy, like that is going to be a major component of it. And maybe, like, do you know much about that? And can we talk about, the way crypto is going to be a part of the virtual worlds in our Metaverse?
Yeah, I'm definitely not an expert, but I've been dabbling for a few years now, and definitely a big fan of crypto and of NFTs. I think one of the biggest parts that made me understand or know that this is going to be a piece of the metaverse is just looking at video games today, and every video game that you can think of that is multiplayer, it has some type of currency built into it so that you can buy the different things inside. So having that just across all games so that you can buy an item in one game and use it in something else, or if it's not games, like you can buy an outfit in a game that then you can use in a work environment
Well, it'll also spawn up other companies who are like exchanges who take one coin and make it into another coin so you can spend it. The other area I think is the virtual real estate. So, if you want, you're going to buy a space, a virtual piece of land where, my company or, the college or a local company can set up kind of their own virtual space. Maybe it's an activity or a store.
As we're sort of wrapping up here, can you tell us a little bit more about XpertVR?
Yeah, for sure. Like we're really excited about virtual reality and the impact it's going to have on education. Our mission over the next 5 years is to help 1 million people learn through actions instead of statements.
1 million people learn through actions?
Instead of statements.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
Instead of just watching PowerPoints and presentations. And yeah, so with that, we're looking to take a lot of what we've done and partner with the colleges and universities we're working with and say, okay, we've created this course that's great for you. How can we make this into more of a generic course that we have some type of partnership here where now we can get this out to other countries and places around the world so that they can
that's amazing.
Learn from this.
That's awesome. That's a great way to do it. Are you having any pushback on it where people are like, no, I want my thing to be my thing?
There's definitely some pushback, and with that, everybody we're working with, if we build something custom to you, we're not just going to take it and build into something. We want to build a relationship and a partnership. So if you're against it, we're not doing that. But with that said, we've seen a lot of great funding being coming from the government. eCampus Ontario is a great one here in Ontario. That's funding the projects that are allowing these things to be open source. So I think a lot of colleges and universities are becoming more open to that model and helping support other institutions, especially, I would say I've seen some pushback, like, within a region, maybe, of saying, okay, I don't want to be competing directly with the college next door if we both have the exact same.
Right. Well,
that
makes sense.
But being able to have it out to other provinces or other countries is most people have been open to.
So you mentioned other colleges, and I want to maybe at the end here just go full circle. And some of our viewers might be like, "Oh, how do you know Evan, and how does he come up?" Well, we have, there's a network of academic institutions and experts like yourself, part of the ARVR Association, and then we're also part of the iLearn group as well, the Canadian chapter. And it's an opportunity for all of our schools to get together and share information, and then participate in talks and workshops, seminars, and then projects, hopefully.
Yes, that's really exciting.
Yeah, it's a great community of people to get involved with, and we're adding new members quite regularly now, and I'm the Director of Membership Services for the Canadian chapter, so if anybody's interested in joining or getting more information, always happy to talk about that as well. It's great to see so many academic institutions looking into immersive technology.
Yeah, very cool. And Georgian has quite a few members of the ARVR Association. So
I believe I'm one of them.
Oh yeah, me too. Be cool. Join the association.
Join the association.
So Evan, do you want to do the honors? We're kind of wrapping up now. Do you want to do the honors to say like and subscribe and comment on our video?
Of course, yes. Everyone, please like, subscribe, comment, and share everything that Georgian's putting out. They're doing so much amazing work in the immersive learning space and so many other areas. So please check it out.
We appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much for being with us today, Evan. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And thank you to all our viewers who are joining us for part 2 of our VR series.
Yeah, and let us know how you like this new format. We're trying something new with the big giant head in the background, and then we're like right here in front. And,
We're in human form.
Is this working? And come on, comments. Let's go. We're going to get better and better as we go on this.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.